Hi everyone, and welcome to Shlime Reviews. I'm Shlime, and in this video I will be reviewing BlushingBB. Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoy this content. And now for our Shlime fam shoutouts. There are 4 of you: Divya Yadav, Mopar Girl, Samin Arshad, and Vera Egorova. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and if you'd like a shout out like this, comment down below #ShlimeFam. And with that, let's get into this review. So this package got here in 8 days, including processing time. This came in a priority mail box, and when you open it, you see a cute business card that does include borax, along with a receipt and some candy, some Sour Patch and Nerds. I thought that was so kind of the shop to include that. All of the slimes were nicely bubble wrapped, and they also included a free slime, which was also so kind of them. The extras were just very generous, and I appreciated them so much. So I ordered 6 slimes from this shop. 3 of the slimes were in a bundle, and it included another free slime. So total for this review, I will be looking at 7 slimes. So the slimes that I ordered was Honey Butter Puff Pastry, Harajuku Crepe Creme, Onigiri Senbei, Powdered Taro Daifuku, and the last slime that I got is Sakura Raindrop Cake. And all of these slimes are just so beautiful. The themes for them are just amazing, and I am so excited to try this shop out. I also want to point out that this shop uses dome container lids, and the reason for it is to give more room for the slime. And I just thought that was awesome because you don't see it very often in slime shops. I hope you guys enjoy this BlushingBB's review. So the first slime we're gonna look at is the free that they included with my order. This came in a deli-sized container. I wanna say this is about 4 ounces or so, and right when I opened it, I could just smell a delicious, what I think to be a sugar cookie scent. I almost want to say there's like a brown sugar in there. Whatever it is, it's sweet and delicious. This texture is so creamy and was definitely a type of clay slime. It had a tiny bit of tackiness. I'm unsure if it was because maybe my hands were warm, but that was one thing I noticed. For how soft and squishy and delicious smelling the slime was, I didn't mind that. I just rubbed some activator on my hands and it wasn't a problem. This was so easy to stretch and gives such awesome bubble pops. I know this shop is famous for having soft, fluffy looking clay slimes, and this was just a great introduction into BlushingBB's. I instantly got a feel for how their slimes were, and I just fell in love. The more this fluffed up, the squishier it got, and it also gave amazing sizzles as it would deflate. It became a tiny bit tacky as it was inflated, but it was not bad. Just adding that little bit of activator to my hands made a huge difference with this texture, and yeah, the crackles and sizzles afterward when it deflates is just so awesome. I love this free sample so much. So for the unnamed free sample, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. So the first slime we'll be looking at is Honey Butter Puff Pastry. This is a loaded slime full of slushy beads, snow fizz, microfloam. They listed it as a clay hybrid and it is just crunchy and puffy. So I was excited to give this slime a try. I thought it was so cute. The yellow color is just like a subtle honey color to me, and I don't know, it was just really pretty. I love that some of the beads were a darker yellow as well, and it also came with a super cute little bead charm. This texture was thick and not sticky at all. I could tell that this was gonna give some awesome bubble pops. The scent that was listed for this slime is honey, vanilla, sweet custard cream, and fresh butter puff pastry, and it is just a sweet honey scent. I definitely thought it was gonna be purely more honey based, but this is just like a sweet blend that I do enjoy a lot. It's not too strong of a scent too. I would say it's more on the mild side. For how thick this texture is, it stretches beautifully, and I just can't get over the bubble pops that this gives. I instantly was in love with this texture. It just wasn't sticky at all. The little bead charm was adorable. I love a good crunchy slime, and I love when there's a bunch of different beads in it as well. It's just so unique. This theme is just too cute. As it inflated more and more, it got a tiny bit tacky, but that is to be expected with most slimes as they inflate. And I simply just rubbed a tiny bit of activator on my hands, and it makes it go away until I inflate it a lot again. Overall, this was just such a satisfying, addicting slime to play with. It was so puffy, crackly, and yeah, I was in love. This slime also inflates a ton, and I would recommend having a spare container or something for the inflation because yeah, it's a bit crazy, but in a good way. So for Honey Butter Puff Pastry, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. So the next slime we'll be looking at is the free included with my trio bundle set. The name for this was Peach Calpico, but it's supposed to be pronounced Peach Karupisu, but apparently in English it sounds too much like cow piss, so in English we say Calpico. So it's Peach Calpico, fun fact right there. This came in a 3-ounce container. It was listed as a color-changing milky clear slime. I love the peach pink color that it arrived as. I thought it was so gorgeous. It was also listed as not being tacky, so I don't know if that means this is a bit coated. I want to say this is a tiny bit coated at least. And the scent for this is also Peach Calpico, which I wasn't sure what that was, so I had to Google it. So it's a refreshing soft drink with a distinctive smoothie-like taste. That is, and this is how they say it on Google. that is perfect balance of sweet and tangy. It literally says unique taste, so it makes me want to try it someday. It definitely has a unique scent as well. I don't even know how to describe this really. It doesn't really smell like peach at all to me. It's like a type of fruit that's not peach. I don't know how that'll help you, but it's still good, but it's different. I would have not expected the scent. I also just love how glossy this slime looks because it is a milky clear. This slime also gives awesome bubble pops and stretches very well. The only thing was it was listed as color changing, and the only color change is like the inflation, which is typical with any clear slime. So I'm not sure if it was supposed to have more of a unique color change that just didn't happen with my batch, or if I'm not seeing something that maybe you'll be seeing. But other than that, this was a really kind free sample to include. The bundle deal that I got was actually called Japanese Treats. So these are going to be a bunch of Japanese treat themed slimes, starting with Peach Calpico. This slime also inflates a great amount too. So for Peach Calpico, I'm usually like really lenient on free slimes. I'm gonna be a tiny bit picky though because I was expecting a color change. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section, but I'm gonna give this slime a 9 out of 10 slime. So the next slime we'll be looking at is powdered Taro Daifuku. This slime is based around a Japanese confection consisting of a small round mochi stuffed with sweet filling. I know that sounded so informational. I'm reading it right off Google. I have tried mochi and it is so delicious, especially mochi ice cream. I thought it was so cute that it came with this little cornstarch to sprinkle on top to make it look even more like a mochi. The color is also gorgeous. It's right in between like a lavender purple and a pink to me. This slime has such a sweet pastry scent to it. The scent listed was a sweet mochi and toasted taro. It definitely just has a sweet scent to it. It's very different, and I haven't had a scent like this before. All of the scents from this shop are just very unique, and I highly recommend checking them out just for that. But the theme and aesthetic is also just so cute. The texture for this slime was described as a chewy mochi, and it was definitely on that chewy texture side. It was also just so squishy. It's definitely another kind of clay slime, and I just love it, and stretched so easily. I instantly just fell in love with this slime, and I just love that this is from a Japanese treats trio set. That is just such a good and creative idea. As the slime inflated, it did become a bit tacky, but like I said before, I would just put a little activator on my hands and it would be fine. But just so you know, that could dry your hands out too, so if your hands are sensitive, don't do that. Just maybe try to activate the slime. But I just love how much it inflated and how much more squishier it got. And it gave awesome sizzles too as you would start to deflate it. I was just so happy and impressed with this slime overall. You can never fault a slime for getting tacky after it's inflated because it came to you perfect, and this is just what happens. The shop provides activator, and I am just so happy with how relaxing this texture is, honestly. So for powdered Taro Daifuku, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. So the next slime we'll be looking at from the Japanese Treats trio is Onigiri Senbei. And the theme of this slime is centered around a type of rice ball that's flavored as senbei, which is a rice cracker in Japan. And I just thought that was a super cute idea. It makes more sense why there's these little plastic add-ins that resemble cracker crumbs. I thought that was a super cute detail. This slime looks so much like a rice mixture too, with the little pepper add-ins as well. I just think it's so cute, and it's just loaded with microfloam. The texture was listed as white glue crunch buffet, resembling crushed rice crackers. I thought that was an interesting way to describe this, but it's definitely just so crunchy and it was making me hungry. The scent, I think this was one of my favorite scents from the order. It was just so sweet and delicious. It was listed as toasted brown sugar rice crackers. I highly recommend trying this. It's just good purely for the scent and the bubble pops that it gives and how crunchy it is with all the microfloam. So satisfying. The slime fluffs up beautifully. This also becomes a bit tacky as it inflates as well, but it does inflate a lot, so there's a good reason why. BlushingBB slimes do not disappoint with how much they inflate. I will say that right now. If you look closely at the slime as well, there's these little iridescent bingsu beads scattered in there randomly. And I hardly noticed at first, but I saw this little shimmer and I was like, what is this glow? And yeah, they just have these little beads in it as well. There's a lot added to this slime and I just love that. If you like a crunchy slime, you have to try this. It was just amazing. So for Onigiri Senbei, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. So the last slime from the Japanese treat trio is Harajuku Crepe Creme, and the theme of this is based around a Japanese crepe. This comes with a cute little straw, some clear red slime as a drizzle, along with a little leaf charm, which I thought was so cute, and these strawberry Fimo slices. When I went to poke the base alone, it was so soft but a tiny bit tacky. It smelled amazing though. This was the strongest scent I've had so far from the shop. The other scents were more on the, like I said before, the milder side. The clear glue was also a bit difficult to get out of the baggie, but when you cut it with scissors, it's not a problem. And this was just so fun to decorate and to assemble myself. It looks so cute when it's all put together. And this was also so fun to mix. When it was fully mixed, it became a very light pink color that doesn't pick up too much on my camera, and it's just so soft and squishy. Luckily, the base wasn't too tacky, but I could tell as this was going to inflate, it would be a bit more on the stickier side. But this was just so soft and easy to stretch. I just couldn't get over how relaxing the texture was. This definitely inflated a lot. Again, makes sense why it gets stickier, and I just love the bubble pops. And as the slime deflates, it gives awesome sizzles too. This was just such a relaxing, fluffy, and light clay slime. That's exactly how it's listed on the website. Also, the scent for this slime I forgot to mention is strawberries and cream and fresh crepe. And it's very delicious, but as I said before, it's very strong as well. but delicious. And this just inflates a crazy amount. I can't emphasize that enough. So for Harajuku Crepe Creme, just because the slime was tacky from start to finish while playing with it, I'm going to fault it a little bit. So this is gonna get a 9 out of 10 Shlime. So the last slime we'll be looking at in this review is Sakura Raindrop Cake. And I was most excited for this slime. It was just so beautiful. I love the pink color, and this was listed as a coated jelly. Always wanted to try a coated jelly, so I was excited. I love the theme and the super cute flower confettis added to it. It also came with a fake flower. It was just such a beautiful theme, and when I went to poke this slime, it wasn't a super thick jelly, but it wasn't sticky at all too. I loved the texture so much. I instantly could tell this was a coated jelly. This slime was just so gorgeous. I can't emphasize that, and it has a delicious light scent that almost reminds me of just a really refreshing soap, but I think that's just that cherry blossom scent because I've had that as soap before. It was very relaxing. And the scent was listed as cherry blossom tea, and I just love how not thick this was. Usually I love my jellies on the thicker side, but because this wasn't tacky, it just was awesome to me. This stretches very easily, and I love the bubble pops that this gives. The more it inflates, it becomes a lighter pink. And usually with jelly slimes, when they inflate, they get tacky. Not at all with this one. This slime did not do that. It remained a good texture the whole time, and it also inflated a great amount too. It was just so squishy and soft, like all of the slimes in this order. I was just in love with all of them. I'm really glad I saved this one for last because this was definitely one of my favorites from the order. So for Sakura Raindrop Cake, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 Shlime. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and check out more of BlushingBB's. I will have a link to their shop and Instagram. I was just so impressed with this shop overall, and I know she's been working more on having her slimes not become tacky as they inflate. I just highly recommend checking this shop out regardless because it was just such high quality, and I had a lot of fun filming this video. Also, if you're curious, I'm on Instagram too, so follow me if you'd like to see daily slimes and just slimes. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.